best catchers in all of Major League Baseball.
Gabby, the throw down. Murphy throws. Take it. What a throw.
Is it on its way? Gone!
MLB Network breaks down the top 10 catchers right now, tonight at 7 Eastern on MLB Network.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third here at the Caribbean Series. I'm Craig Minervini with Jeff Nelson. It is 4-0 Dominican Republic. This is day number 2 of the tournament. Round robin, each team will play 4 games. The Dominican Republic will have their off day coming up tomorrow. They hope to do it with a 2-0 tidy record. Then they'll play Panama on Wednesday and Mexico Verde on Thursday. Adelin Rodriguez is up, the count of 1-0. Hit the center, looked like it was off the end of the bat. Vargas makes the catch. 2 fly balls to center for Rodriguez. Did have a sac fly in the first inning and 1 away. That's the first time they've retired the leadoff hitter.
Well, it's important to get that first out, especially the way the DR has put together a couple good innings. They've left 4 on base for the first 4 and still scoring 4 runs, so they could have opened it up a lot more against Puerto Rico.
Michael De La Cruz is the catcher. He walked his first time up. Darrell Thompson lasting just 2/3 of an inning for Puerto Rico, allowed 3 hits and 3 runs.
Yeah, Puerto Rico's going to have to get a lot of outs again from that bullpen, just like they did in yesterday's ball game. You just mentioned 7 shutout, or 8 shutout rather.
2-0 count here.
There's Morales, 25-year-old with the Nationals.
That is on the lower part of the zone for a 2-1 count, right at the knees. And now a 2-2 count. Good job by LeBron getting back in the count. Another foul. Count will stay 2-2 here. Puerto Rico this year had an outstanding pitching staff in their league. They had an ERA under 3, but giving up 4 runs here early in the game. Shed Long is at second base, makes the catch.
A good changeup right there from LeBron, 80 miles an hour. And the fastball cutter, a lot of cutters, 91 to 92, mixes in a slider. That was a changeup up. You don't want the changeup up, but it fooled De La Cruz.
Franchi Cordero struck out his first time up. That ended that long first inning. Good job by Jordan Morales, came in with a couple of guys aboard to get him. Slider away, 1 ball and 1 strike to Cordero. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This is the 3rd game of the Caribbean Series tournament. 5 teams are here. Panama will make their debut tonight. We'll have it for you right here at 8 o'clock.
A good little slider down and in, and they're not giving Cordero any heat to hit. A lot of off speed.
There's heat, but it's outside 2-2.
And that's probably a show me pitch. He'll probably come right back with that slider.
Little cutter popped up in the infield. Nice job here for David LeBron. Much needed for Puerto Rico as Jack Lopez makes opportunity. Marco Hernandez trying to make the play, and Castro beats it out.
Now, first pitch from Romero. Nice job just laying it down the line. You had the third baseman Hernandez playing back. Not going to think your 4-hole hitter is going to lay one down and bunt for a base hit. And Castro was the one that had the base hit down the left field line in yesterday's ball game for the walk-off. Had a little trouble getting out of the box. Nice play over there by Hernandez. His throw was a little off.
Castro was their leadoff hitter yesterday. This is how they play, though. They are very team-oriented. Emmanuel Rivera was up talking to Calvin Colon, the GM. He was saying that they're at Hiram Bithorn Stadium, which is the stadium that they play in. And it's a very nice stadium. The Marlins have played there before Major League games and obviously WBC and what have you over the years in the Puerto Rican Winter League. Big cut and a miss. They were undergoing renovations, so they had to create trailers for the clubhouse. And at first it was a difficult situation, but Colon feels like it really got the team together. Playing dominoes in a tight quarters in a trailer, kind of like the old high school days,
right?
When you're in a small area as a unit, get to the park early. They've got great leadership on the team. They have really rallied around their ball club. That's why they didn't make many changes here coming into the championship. Only 2 reinforcements in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody got together and say, hey, we don't need anyone. Let's compete with what we have here.
Rivera is one of the guys they brought over.
Well, Romero has been living upstairs, and he's been getting away with it. That bunt single from Castro, out of the 14 hitters that Romero has faced, he's only had 3 ground balls, and that's that bunt hit, and that's the third one. Everything else has been in the air. You got to start getting the ball down. You start living up top, and with the way the ball carries, you don't have an overpowering fastball. You might see Puerto Rico jump right back into it.
No, the GM telling me, quote, get the ego out of the room. He felt that's what happened when they had to go to the trailers, and you know they're stars in their respective leagues.
It's a beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful place to play. It's an exciting place to play as well. I remember when I played in winter ball, and you absolutely loved going to Hiram Brickram Stadium.
Ground ball left side, bobbled there at third base by Hernandez. The throw to first, though, is in time to get Rivera. At least he does get the out. Could not turn 2 as Castro goes to second.
Now, outstanding job by Hernandez, the third baseman for the DR, to keep this ball in front of him. There you see he's playing well off the line and right off the turf. A lot of players now play this ball to the side, and I absolutely love how he got in front of it. Picked it back up with his bare hand. Nice strong throw across the diamond.
Ground ball right side, handled there by Adames over to Romero for the out. Second out. Runner moves over to third. You could see the dirt cutout around the bases, but unusually it is a turf infield.
Turf infield,
well.
so that ball skips right through it, right through the infield, and so you don't have that dirt slowing it down. And a lot of times you'll get a true hop anyway, but it's going to jet towards you. Nice job of getting in front of it, right off the glove. Nice strong throw. That's one thing with the turf. If you get in front of it, it bounces back. It's going to come right to you.
Originally built for the 2011 Pan American Games. Kind of a reversal of sorts of the old turf stadiums you used to see with the green turf and the infield, except for around the bases. They kind of fool you at the first look at it. As Jack Lopez, good hitter here, takes one up high. Count of 1-1. Jack from Deltona, Florida, was a Royals 16th round pick. Signed for some big money for the 16th round, $750,000 back in 2011. Turned down a scholarship to the University of Miami. Led his high school team to the state title game in 2011, but he lost to the late Jose Fernandez at Alonzo High School from the Tampa region. Pitch on the way, foul back. He's also an Olympian, won the silver medal for Team USA in the Tokyo Olympics. Gritty kind of player. Had some big league time with the Red Sox and the Angels a few years ago. Reaches out for that one, grounded to short. Gonzalez makes the play. So again, Puerto Rico strands a runner at third base here. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. The DR leading 4-0. 2026 Caribbean Series this year coming to you from Zapopan, Jalisco, Mexico. North central Mexico. Already the fourth pitcher of the game coming in for Omar Lopez's Puerto Rico team. And it'll be the righty Andrew Baker. 11th round pick of the Phillies back in the 2021 Major League Draft.
15 games with Santurce, a 3.38 ERA, 1-2 record. Did not have any saves. 16 innings. He struck out 20. Spent 5 years in the minor leagues. Got as high as Double-A.
David LeBron did a pretty good job there for Puerto Rico, limiting the DR to 1 run. Got some big outs there with a couple aboard in the second inning. And then the 1-2-3 frame, much needed in the third. Got him. And Baker following up on that with the strikeout. That's the second strikeout for Puerto Rican pitching in the game.
A good slider from Baker, 25 years old. Hoping to get his dream, get to the big leagues. He was in the Sally League and with Reading in Double-A last year. He's still with Philadelphia.
Nunez taking that pitch for ball 1, just missed. Now missing with fastball, but you could see the stuff, 97 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's got a good arm. Sometimes just overthrows. At 97 up in the zone.
Turn 1. You get to that point in your career where you're going to get the opportunity and take advantage of it at the big league level, and you got stuff like this, or we've seen a lot of these players go through the minor league system, 6-7 years seems to be the number, and then decide maybe to pivot to a Mexican league, Japan, Korea, and so on.
Well, he's young enough, and he's gotten to Double-A. You know, some of the numbers, he did have a high ERA last year. He had a 5.37 and 2 stints. That's in the Sally League in Reading. That's Jersey Shore there in the Sally League. You know, just trying to put it together. If you look at his numbers, the walks are a little high. He does have strikeout ability. He's had 70 strikeouts in 53 2/3 last year in the minor leagues. And you can see he's got good stuff. A lot of times maybe he's behind. He'll overthrow. He's got a good fastball slider. Strictly a reliever. Does not have a start in the minor leagues.
Good compact delivery.
Yeah, you know, he opens up that front. You know, you watch, he doesn't throw across his body. He really opens up that front half. Sometimes that leads to the hitter seeing the ball just a little bit better. You know, watch him here, how he opens up that front half, and that stride leg goes more towards the hitter.
Well, he issues a free pass to Gustavo Nunez.
So he really doesn't hide the ball well. You know, you'll see a lot of pitchers that hide the ball well. They'll throw across their body. He might have a little turn on the rubber, and throwing across your body is when you're stepping a little bit towards the third base side. If you're a right-hander, he opens up, and that allows maybe the hitter to see the spin a little bit on that breaking ball.
Eric Gonzalez sharply up the middle. Good backhand play by Shed Long Jr. And it's a double play as he goes to the bag and throws to first. Nicely turned there by Shed Long Jr. Took a rocket up the middle on the backhand. and reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. We go to the top of the fifth. Eddie Romero has been the star of the game from a defensive standpoint for the Dominican Republic, now pitching into his fifth inning. He's scattered a few hits, done a good job.
Yeah, 57 pitches, and he's gotten in some jams he's been able to pitch out of. He got a leadoff single in the fourth. Castro got all the way to third, was able to pitch out of that. Got a jam, a 2-out jam in the first, able to pitch out of that. So he's done a really nice job.
Christian Vasquez 0 for 1. Drills one to left field and deep, curving though, and it is foul. That was hit a mile in a stadium that is just about a mile high, about 5,100 feet plus.
Well, Romero's
elevation.
been pitching upstairs, and the ball carries here, especially in the daytime. If you watch the game yesterday in the day, the ball does carry. At nighttime, not so much. Got out in front on a fastball.
High pop up behind the plate. Now De La Cruz will give way as it curls back into fair ground, and Christian Adames makes the catch. Easier play for the first baseman.
It was. It looked like De La Cruz, the catcher, he saw the ball up and all of a sudden lost it maybe in the sun. A nice job by the first baseman, Adames, to come over. Romero had to get out of the way, the pitcher.
Jonas Vargas is up. He's the center fielder for Santurce. He drives one in the air to center field. Junior Lake is right there. Two-way. Junior Lake has been very busy. That's his 6th putout already in the ballgame.
Now he might have had that one that got over his head with Morales in the third inning with that triple that hit off the wall. You ask him later, he probably said, I should have caught that one.
Should have been 7.
7 putouts.
And with 2 outs in the 5th inning. That tell you anything?
The ball's in the air. I mean, he's getting away with it. So Romero's getting away with pitching up in the zone, not overpowering fastball. And Puerto Rico, they're just getting underneath it. There you see a 2-seam fastball, 92, and that's up.
Jeremy Roadshow, 3rd time up. He's 0 for 2 in the tournament. Came in as a pinch runner in the ball game yesterday. Count of 2-1. Puerto Rico's had opportunities. They've left a runner on third twice in this game in the last 2 innings, and a runner on first and second in the first inning. The 3-1 pitch catches the corner.
Now you got a 4-0 lead. You're in the 5th inning. You do not want to walk a batter with 2 outs. Make him put it in play here.
Payoff pitch, ground ball right side to second base. Smoothly handled by Nunez. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Dominican Republic. We're halfway through here of the 3rd game of the tournament. Here in Zapopan, Jalisco, Mexico, in the Guadalajara area, hosted the Caribbean Series back in 2018. Home of the Charros de Jalisco of the Mexican Pacific League, and the homestanding team here representing Mexico Rojo here in this tournament. Socrates Brito is up. He's walked his first 2 times up. He has 4 walks already in the 2 games.
Now they're staying away from him, but the hot-hitting Junior Lake is on deck. I'd much rather face Brito right now.
0-1 pitch, good breaking ball there. Curveball in the corner, 0-2.
Yeah, a couple good sliders. One down and in to Brito. The very first pitch, that was a back door. Let's see if he goes up top. Try to change the eye level with that 97.
On the inner half, fouled off.
You never know. Baker, 25 years old. The way organizations fire through pitchers at the big league level. He's got good stuff. He's got a good arm. 96, 97.
Ground ball over to third base, handled there by Rivera. Makes the play as Brito got down the line very well on that softly hit ball for the first out. Looks like Puerto Rico has finally settled the game down a bit after struggling in the first 2 innings.
After 3 off-speed pitches, Baker goes with the fastball. 95 was right down the middle, and it got Brito by surprise, probably looking for another breaking ball. He gets a fastball late on it. They had him playing the pull. Rivera, the third baseman, playing more towards shortstop.
So here's Junior Lake. He finally made it out in the second inning, dropping his average to .833. He is now 5 for 6. Went a long way though. Out to deep center field. He had an RBI single in the first off the 4 for 4 game. No swing there in the opener last night for the DR. Cuts on that slider. Good pitch by Baker.
Yeah, you get into a hitter's count 2-0. It's usually a fastball count, and he drops a slider on him.
2-1 offering, another one on the corner. That brings a smile to you, I know, because that was your famous pitch.
Well, 4 straight sliders.
Did you know it was your, right off the bat as you were coming up, that this was going to be basically your ticket, that pitch?
Well, I was a starter in the minor leagues, and I threw over top. And I signed out of high school with the Dodgers, and I had Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale, Larry Sherry, Johnny Padres, all these guys trying to show me how to throw a break pitch, because I didn't throw one in high school. I didn't know how. And if you look at Sandy Koufax, if you ever met him and shook his hand, and you see he can wrap his whole hand around the baseball. So I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to throw a breaking ball like that? Then I got Rule 5, minor league Rule 5 by Seattle, and Pat Dobson, the late Pat Dobson, won 20 games. And with the Orioles, he finally showed me a grip, and I stuck with it. I was always a big Dennis Eckersley fan, and one day when I was in Jacksonville in AA, went on the side, started throwing it with a 3/4 angle, tried to emulate Dennis Eckersley's windup, and Jim Campanis, who was the catcher, we were throwing, he came to me, he says, don't change. He said that I actually hit him in the chest. He was a AA catcher. Very first slider I threw, he went outside to catch it, and it hit him right in the chest. He said, that's it. Don't
you
not
got
change.
Something, kid. Christian Adames is up after the walk to Lake, 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, Dominican Republic scored 3 in the first and got 1 more in the second. Fastball, a good one. You see Baker after that walk, though, but he has sharpened up a bit in his second inning of work after 2 innings by LeBron. Certainly helping out the bullpen here for Omar Lopez.
Well, they can run, and Baker a little slow with the delivery. You see this leg kick, and then he comes back and opens up. You get into a breaking ball count, you might want to try to get a jump, and 1-2 is usually a breaking ball count. Let's see if Lake goes here.
Adames 1 for 2. He had an RBI double in the first inning. That slider misses. Count 2-2. Defending champions, the Dominican Republic, and this team, Escogido, the Leones, won last year. And trying to repeat. It's only happened a couple of times in Caribbean Series history where the same team, not country, but the same team, came back to win their championship a couple years in a row and win the Caribbean Series.
Well, Lake was out there. Didn't try stealing on that on the previous pitch.
That's hit in the air to left field. Moving over is Orocho. It's deep. It's off the wall. He can't get it. Junior Lake moving around the bases. He'll round third and score on the play. Extra bases for Adames. That ball kept going the other way.
Well, Lake was on the move on the pitch, and it was a fastball away. He was able to score because he was on the move.
5-0 DR.
Now you can see how the ball carries. This is a fastball in the outer half. Great job by Adames. Staying on top of it, hitting it the other way. I thought this might have had a chance to get out. Hits halfway up the wall. Nice effort by the left fielder, Orocho. And with Lake, he's got good speed at first. He was on the move. Looks like it almost got off his glove there. He almost made an outstanding catch. And there you go, the Dominican Republic. Some late runs. You get 4 in the first couple innings. You want to try to put together a couple more late in the ball game. They just did that.
2 doubles for Adames and 2 RBIs in the game. And here's Adelin Rodriguez. He has an RBI. He's 1 for 5 in the championship series. DR trying to go to 2-0 before their off day tomorrow. Puerto Rico will play in a night game against Mexico Rojo tomorrow night. And tonight we'll have a good matchup with Panama getting in their first game against Mexico Rojo. Join Adrian Garcia Marquez and Rod Allen for the call tonight right here in MLB.
An important game for Mexico Rojo. Benji Gill's team. They don't want to go down 0-2.
Adelin, 34 years of age, a reinforcement for the Dominican Republic. He had 29 homers at AAA Toledo just 4 years ago. Then after 13 seasons left minor league baseball, never getting to the big leagues. Over 5,000 plate appearances in the minors. Goes after that one, a good slider, and he gets him. So Baker recording his second strikeout. That's a big one there with the runner in scoring position.
A good slider down and away. Rodriguez way out in front. You can see those shadows are starting to creep out in the middle of the field, and the one thing that's going to be tough for the hitters is that picking up the spin of the baseball. They know the location. They could see the fastball. They could see the location of the breaking ball coming in, but they cannot pick up the spin.
Here's De La Cruz, the catcher, 0 for 1 and a walk. How about for the fielders too? Is it tricky at all or not?
A little bit. You know, it'd be tougher on the outfielders once the ball gets hit. It may be that little delay trying to figure out, okay, it's in the air, but might not get the greatest jump on a fly ball in the outfield.
I recall, Nelly, you playing a little outfield only a few years ago for the Yankees in the old timers game.
Yeah, it doesn't go well when you get old.
That's fouled back. Who was it that hit it? Was it a pitcher?
I think it was Rivera.
Rivera hit one by you.
Yeah, but you know what? We shouldn't be playing the outfield anyway in these old timer games. I do have an appearance in the outfield in the big leagues, though.
Oh,
yes, way back in 1993 when Lou Piniella was my manager. We were in Boston.
He wanted to keep you in the game?
Yes. 2 outs. Can't tell the story.
1-2, cut out and missed. A strikeout for Baker. We'll go to some good ones here.
Yeah, it is, and it's a really good matchup between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. And it's an important game because the winner of this obviously goes up 2-0 in a short series.
Luis Frias is in. That ball is dropped. It just bounced in the center field. Not really dropped. Lake made a run for it, but could not pick it up. And that will go as a base hit, I think, for Morales. Lake was on the run, just short hopped it in center field.
Well, that might be one of those instances, Craig, that maybe those shadows, Lake got a bad jump. It was up in the air to center field. That might have been a ball if there was not a shadow. That maybe he catches it. You watch this. This is Frias, a new pitcher. He gets a fastball up, and there you see Lake. He was playing deep because the ball carries so well. He's playing about 10, 15 feet off of that center field wall, And he has to short hop it.
Now Vasquez is up, and he follows up with a base hit. Just like that. Puerto Rico has 2 on, and how happy they must have been to see Enny Romero leave the game. Enny was in charge for 5 innings for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He was living up in the zone, but he was able to throw 5 shutout. Frias threw in last night's ball game, through an inning of shutout baseball, did have a strikeout. Another fastball up in the zone. And Puerto Rico has come out here in the bottom of the 5th, or actually top of the 6th, swinging.
And they're coming out firing. You're right. Only a few pitches in here, 3. And finally a pitch taken. 1-0 to Ruben Castro, is 1 for 1 with a walk, had a 2-run single to win the game for Puerto Rico yesterday. Now 2-0.
Romero, only 67 pitches, 5 innings, 3 hits, did not give up a run, walked 1, didn't strike out a hitter. Did a really nice job for the Dominican Republic. Frias, like we mentioned, pitched in yesterday's ball game. Good fastball, 94-95, and a slider.
That pitch is out of the zone. No relation to former major leaguer. Used to have his baseball card. Pepe Frias. Played for the Montreal Expos, among other teams. Great name. And he was an infielder. Sounds like an infielder. Pepe Frias. Pitch up high. Ball 4 on 4 pitches. And all of a sudden, Puerto Rico, dormant against Enny Romero, has come out with single, and walk in the matter of 6 pitches here. They've got the bags loaded. Yeah,
it would be interesting to see why they took out Romero. He really had good stuff and kept Puerto Rico off balance. And next thing you know, you make a change, and look what happens. The floodgates open. I'm sure the Dominican Republic will get somebody up in that bullpen. They'll go out and settle him down. Everything's been up, rushing just a little bit. There's the pitching coach Mendoza rather.
Manuel Rivera, who is the leading hitter in the Puerto Rican Winter League, is coming up too. So perfect timing here for the rally for the Crabbers of Santurce. A little conversation there. Roman Santiago, the pitching coach, chatting with Frias in very quick trouble here with his team up by 5.
Well, this is where you got to watch the first pitch fastball. See if you get a slider down and away. It'll get me over first pitch strike.
Breaking ball down low. That's 5 consecutive balls here, and quickly action for the Dominican Republic.
There's Carrasco warming up for the Dominican Republic. Now you wonder how much last night's ball game affects Frias. He did have a shutout inning, and he's coming back after a night game, day game after night game, and having to come in and pitch.
And now 2-0 with the bases loaded to Emmanuel Rivera, the best hitter in the Puerto Rican Winter League this season. Fastball, he gets the call on the corner. 2-1.
Now you were wondering if he was going to take. I'm thinking 2-0.
I don't think he was.
No, it was a good pitch down and away.
Rivera might have thought it was out of the zone. 2-1 pitch bounced and kept in front of the catcher. De La Cruz did a good job, but now it's 3-1.
Well, if you're Rivera, you know you're getting a fastball. Anything middle in, you're letting it fly. There's that slider that he just short arms. Right now he's aiming the ball. He has no clue where the ball's going, not staying back, opening up. That front shoulder's flying open.
Rivera led his team in RBIs. He played for Mayaguez. Did not hit a home run this year. Does have some power. 3-1 pitch. Grounded. And that is foul, full count. Rivera's played almost 400 games in his major league career. Here's another Rivera, Ricardo Rivera. He's the third base coach for Puerto Rico.
If Freyas had any confidence in that breaking ball, this would be a perfect time. Bases loaded 3-2. I know you're up 5-0, but you could get a strikeout here. But I don't think he has confidence enough to throw it.
3-2 pitch, fastball, grounded though to shortstop. Backpedaling, lost the ball. Gonzalez lost the ball. He was trying to perhaps turn 2 or at least get it out at second. It's an error, and it's 5-1. Still bases loaded, nobody out.
Now the Dominican Republic has been playing some outstanding defense. That was an easy double play. Gonzalez rushed it just a little bit, just couldn't get a handle on it. It was hit pretty hard. Rivera does not run well. And once he backs up, he starts trying to get a grip on it, and he starts rushing himself to try to at least get an out. Still, bases loaded, nobody out.
So now Shedlong Jr. fouls one back. Remember yesterday, Mexico Verde scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Only to watch Puerto Rico come back. Morales hit a 2-run homer, and then the bottom of the ninth, Castro a 2-run single and a 5-4 comeback win. Now a chance to get right back at the game. Still nobody out. Long with another chopper to second base. Nunez to Gonzalez for 1 on the first, and double play. A run does score, but now 5-2 with a runner on third base.
Well, nice turn there. Nunez to Gonzalez to Adames. They could have been out of the inning with only 1 run.
Vasquez scoring, Nelly, but a big 2-out ground ball here for the DR.
Yeah, nice job. Nice little shovel pass from Nunez. Long runs well. Good throw from Gonzalez. Gonzalez has a good arm. There you see it. Nice turn.
Now Jack Lopez hoping to come through here and get his team to within 2 runs. He's 0 for 2 in the game, 0 for 5 in the series so far. Jack Lopez with a base hit to drive in Ruben Castro, and it's 5-3, a huge 2-out hit.
That was a slider out over middle of the plate. Nice job, nice piece of hitting from Lopez, and that error from Gonzalez, it's going to cost the DR 2 runs. Puerto Rico right back in this ballgame.
So Christian Vasquez is up. And there will be a pitching change here as Puerto Rico doing it again. They've come right back into the ball game with 3 runs and still alive here in the 6th. After that, you can't really understate how big that hit is, Nelly, especially after the double play to kind of quell some of the energy, and then boom, you get a 2-out hit and you're within 2 runs. We'll see if they can keep it going. We come back here in the top of the 6th. It's now 5-3 at the Caribbean Series. At least one of the runs will be unearned as Christian Vasquez comes up now. Yuri Carrasco is in to pitch for the Dominican Republic.
That 26-year-old got some time in the minor leagues with the Astros. He's got as high as a AAA.
That's inside. Vasquez hit that long foul fly ball earlier in the game. So he does have some pop. Name you're probably familiar with too, with his major league time, and a 2-time World Series champion as well. Count of 1-1. The Boston Red Sox 9th round pick, played the last 11 years in the major leagues. Much of it with Boston, also Houston and Minnesota.
Oh, that's going to be a balk.
No, he does not have a deal yet. Now he played 65 games last season for the Twins. His best year, he had 23 homers for the Red Sox in 2019.
Yeah, an outstanding catcher. And we're going to look at the balk. And when you go over to first, you got to be able to throw. And he didn't break the plane of the rubber. If you step off, you can fake the throw, but he did not step off the rubber. He still had contact, so he must throw to first, and that's the reason why you balk.
1-1 pitch is inside. You would think with a guy like Vasquez could find a spot somewhere. Third catcher, maybe backup catcher at this point.
Well, he signed that nice deal with the Twins, a 3-year deal. Spent 11 years in the major leagues. Yeah, either backup catcher. It's his bat. You know, he's starting to slow down offensively, but behind the plate, he's still outstanding.
Won the World Series with the Red Sox in 2018 and also with the Astros in 2022. Boy, how big would it be if they can get one more here? At least. Carrasco 2-2. A good pitch, grounded up the middle though. Handled at second base by Nunez, and he gets the out. So Puerto Rico gets back in the ball game with 3 runs on 3 hits in the inning. A big error.
The new pitcher for Puerto Rico. Last year was in AA for the Cardinals. Predominantly a reliever. He's done a nice job with Ponce. He had a 1.03 ERA in 27 ball games in winter ball.
Franchi Cordero is up. He takes one out of the zone. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Number 8 man in the lineup here. Now 1-1 for the Dominican Republic, managed by Ramon Santiago.
Guerrero, fastball slider split.
That's foul back, 1-2.
Good fastball at 95.
One-two pitch is chopped to second base and a couple of hops. Shed Long's had a good day defensively there at second base, makes the play for the first out. And I'm sure he felt better after hitting into that double play to see his team get that big extra hit. Jack Lopez following up with that 2-out base hit to drive in another run and put that crooked number on the board for Puerto Rico in the top of the 6th.
Well, now it's up to the bullpen for Puerto Rico to throw up some zeros, just like they did yesterday, to be able to come back and get that victory against Mexico Verde.
Marco Hernandez had a single in the second inning, moved to second on an error on that base hit by the center fielder Vargas. Struck out in the fourth. Cut on and missed, 1-1 count. Nice day in Mexico. A temperature in the high 70s. Should be in the 60s for the evening game tonight. Might even duck into the high 50s with the high elevation. Gets a little cool at night. I know you're a big fan of the weather, Nelly. High is 78, low of 53.
It's a big difference. That's one of the reasons why the ball doesn't carry. I like the 78. Not too fond about the 53.
There are a lot of people who would take that 53 right now and run. Struck him out. But baseball is back, which means the warmer weather is coming for the rest of the country.
Well, you hope so.
Eventually.
That's not what Puxatawny Phil said today. Good slider down and in from Marrero. Six more weeks of winter.
The temperature I heard on Fort Lauderdale Beach was about 35 degrees. And that's in Florida.
That's sunbathing weather for you.
Yeah. Nunez 1 for 2 in the game with a walk. Singleton scored in the first inning. Also had a stolen base. But after giving up 4 runs in the first 2 innings, this bullpen has done a great job limiting the Dominican Republic offense to just 1 run and allowing them to get back in the game. Good stuff there. 1 and 2. You mentioned those numbers he had. Outstanding in the Winter League for Ponce. What do you have, 14 saves?
Yeah, he's got a good arm. You can see the movement right here on his 2-seam fastball. Little slider down and in. Little hesitation in his windup.
103 ERA and 14 saves for Ponce, dominating the Winter League circuit in Puerto Rico. Got him there on the breaking ball slider, it looked like, and he struck him out. And look at that reaction. 2 strikeouts for Marrero as we go to the 7th.
He's probably got a 46-inch vertical after he does strike out a guy.
The Mets took a flyer on him. They signed him as a minor leaguer last August. He has had some time in the minors for quite a while. Reached AAA with the Marlins and the Rockies the last couple of years. Tremendous strikeout numbers as he faces Jonas Vargas here to count 0-2.
Good fastball from the left side, 97 miles an hour. Good slider as well.
Oh, watch him. He's got a chance here. He had 234 1/3 in 6 seasons, Nelly. 329 strikeouts in the minor leagues.
Oh, he's got a good arm, and any team's going to take a flyer and a lefty that can throw 97. There he is. Now, he didn't get up as high as last night. Maybe he's a little tired. Little day game after night. There's that slider. That was a good slider down and away. You watch this pitch after 2 fastballs at 97. Good slider back door.
Still a good landing. They call him La Sentencia, which means the judgment. That's his nickname. Now Jeremy Arocho is up. He's 0 for 3, leadoff hitter for Puerto Rico. This guy, Jan, was out of affiliated baseball for 3 years. The Marlins discovered him in a men's baseball league system in 2021.
Good pitch. 97. Now, it does go both ways. If you're going to be really animated on the mound with a strikeout, and he's done that in the minor leagues. I've seen some highlights over the last couple years, and it brought back some memories in last night's ball game when I saw him do the splits and the slapping of the dirt.
Yep.
Now, if a hitter gets you and you're a pitcher, you got to expect maybe a little extra time of watching the baseball go over the fence.
3-0 pitch to Arocho. He takes a strike. This has been the problem, though. Mentioned all those strikeouts in the 234 and a third in the minors. 175 walks.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't maybe know him. He's been in the minors. He's been toiling. If you're a good baseball fan, you've certainly heard of him or seen the highlight on your IG feed somewhere.
Well, I'm all about emotion. I like when players show emotion. I don't think they're showing them up, whether it's the bat flip or a pitcher pumping his fist after a strikeout or even this. I mean, this is a tough game. You know, you're coming in as a reliever. You're coming in tight situations. If there's men on base, score's tight. You know, I was someone that, you know, I never wanted to show up the hitter, never intended to show up anyone. It's like an adrenaline release. I used to pump my fist, do a little chainsaw if you have a strikeout. And if somebody got me, hey, go ahead, stand as long as you want. I mean, I'm not offended by it. I like the emotion that players show.
Payoff pitch to Arocho. A ground ball. He hops on that one too, but this one's right at Gonzalez and he gets the out. I think there's more emotion now from players in a lot of sports, and it's sort of become acceptable.
Right, it never used to. Yeah, it never used to. You never really. Somebody watched a home run, that next time's going right in his back. You know, pitcher doesn't show emotion. Players don't show emotion in the field. You know, a long time ago. I like when they do. You know, this is a tough game. You know, and it should be fun as well. I mean, you're supposed to. It's a kids' game, and adults are playing. Men are playing it. You know, let the little kids at home show how much fun you're having on the field.
Yohandy Morales with yet another hit, his third hit of the game. He had a home run in the game yesterday, so now he is 4 for 8, a 2-out single. Ripped to left field. Junior Lake has moved over to left field. You see him there. And Elio Hernandez is coming to center here for the Dominican Republic.
Well, breaking ball and stayed up in the zone, and it's supposed to be down and in. You get it at the back leg of Morales, you might get a swing and miss, but that ball was up. Tell you what, Morales could have a bright future in the major leagues. He's got a good bat.
Here's Vasquez up, and he hits a base hit to right field, a one bouncer to Brito, and that will keep Morales at second base. That's the third hit for Vasquez. So combined, Vasquez and Morales are 6 for 8 in this game.
And here comes Puerto Rico again with 2 outs. They're getting aggressive. First pitch fastball. Well, belt high. Nice job going the other way.
Nelson Velasquez 3 for 4 with a run scored in that 6th inning as well. And here's Ruben Castro. All he's done is gone 2 for 2 with a walk himself. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Puerto Rico here, not even 2 games in, all have either 4 hits or 5 hits respectively. That's down low, 2-0. 4 for Morales. 5 for Velasquez. Actually, Castro has got 3 hits, but he's also been on base via the walk several times.
Now, even as good a stuff as Jan has, you can see that he's a thrower. You know, he just rears back, tries to throw as hard as he can. Doesn't really have an idea where it's going. Two-0
count. Fastball is up high, 3-0. And sitting on deck is the dangerous Emmanuel Rivera. You can't imagine he'll be swinging here.
No, not at all. 3-0. You have a chance. Base is loaded. Put a little pressure.
There are 2 outs here, Nelly. 3-0 pitch inside. That's ball 4. The bases are suddenly loaded. Morales to third. Velasquez to second. Castro aboard. And here is Emmanuel Rivera.
We saw with Romero, got some quick outs, the first couple outs, relaxed a little bit, and got in a little trouble with 2 outs. Well, this is exactly what Jan's done. Got 2 quick outs, and he's gotten himself into trouble. That third out's the toughest.
There has not been a grand slam in the Caribbean Series in the last 4 years. You got to go back to 2021. Julian Leon hit one for Mexico against Panama.
And it looks like Mendonza out there, the pitching coach for the DR, out there settling him down a little bit. Hey, you got 2 quick outs. Stay back. Rivera again has a chance with the bases loaded. He had the chance in the last inning in the 6th. Wound up with a big error from Gonzalez, the shortstop. Could have been a double play.
Rivera, the best hitter in the Puerto Rican Winter League this year. He hit .348 from an average standpoint. He's the batting champion, led the team in RBIs as well. He has a good eye at the plate, and he's got some power, although he didn't homer in the Winter League with 22 major league homers.
Well, this is where you're looking first pitch fastball. A lot of times after a visit from the pitching coach, that first pitch is going to be a fastball. Jan doesn't have a lot of control over that slider. I would look first pitch fastball.
It was, but it was way out of the zone. Somebody's going to be jumping here. Will it be Rivera or Jan? Pitch on the way. There's the breaking ball, and he gets the call. Rivera cannot believe that the strike was called by Danny Rubio, the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that was in. That ball was up as well. The breaking ball started up, and it looked like it didn't get any part of that strike zone.
You normally don't get the benefit of the doubt when you're wild. Rivera 0 for 3 in the game. 1 for 6 so far in the series. Goes out of the zone. And even on a second strike, Jan is pounding the glove. Now, that's going to irritate the offense here, but there's only one way to make them pay.
Right, and you can see the shadow. That was a good look there. The shadow right in the front of the mound where Jan is striding. So that ball goes from sun all of a sudden into shade. Like I mentioned, a hitter can pick up location really tough with spin. Now, Jan doesn't have a great slider, a really good control of that slider.
1-2 pitch. Hit in the air. Center field. Hernandez, the new center fielder, makes the catch on a routine fly ball. And Jan escapes and celebrates, leaving the bases loaded. Good opportunity for Puerto Rico, but they trail 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Mexico. In that 7th inning, after Jan got the first 2 outs. Here's Robert Gesellman, veteran pitcher, 32 years of age.
He spent 7 seasons in the major leagues, and 6 of those seasons with the New York Mets. Predominantly a reliever. He does have some starts. 34 starts in 184 games pitched in the big leagues. His last time was with the Cubs in 2022.
He was the closer for Santurce in the Winter League season, had a very good year, multiple innings in the playoffs several times as well. But last year he pitched for the Lake Country Dockhounds of the American Association and had a fine ERA, 3.38 ERA. But obviously what you're seeing here is Omar Lopez says we need a shutdown inning right now and keep it a 2-run deficit.
Yeah, for a reliever, he's got a lot of pitches. 2-seam fastball, 92 to 93. He's got a slider, changeup, curveball. He does throw the 4-seam. That's more of a slider than a curveball.
Gonzalez 1 for 2, an RBI double. 1 for 3 actually, RBI double in the second inning. Takes that pitch inside, 3-1. Look around the infield. The Puerto Rico defense outstanding all year long. Shot up the middle, perfectly played. Shed Long Jr. He's been solid at second base, gets the first out. Same rules in effect where the infielders cannot shift to 3 on one side here in the Caribbean Series, 2 per side. You can shade.
I absolutely love when Major League Baseball got rid of the shift.
Great move.
And now, go ahead. I mean, now you get to see the true athleticism of the middle infielder. Right. You know, I know they still will shift on occasion. You'll see the first baseman or the third baseman come from the left side and more towards the shortstop area, but you'll get to see the range that the middle infielders have now. Before, you really didn't get to see it. They didn't have to move a whole lot because everybody was in pull mode, and you had sometimes, you even had sometimes that shallow guy in right field take away that the base hit.
He'd have to be on the dirt now. Pitch is inside. That rule is in effect as well here. So you can't have the guy in short right field. It's especially frustrating probably for those left-hand hitters, power type like Socrates Brito. Rules much better for offense. Pitch on the way, cut on and missed, 2-1. There was a time when, you know, the Major League batting average has gone down 20-30 points in, 20 years or so.
Well, they're doing everything to try to help that out. It seems like anything that's hit to an infielder, if they have to move 1 foot, whether it's to the right or left, it's a base hit instead of when it used to be an error.
Lash to left field, and Arocho cannot come up with it. Goes over his head. Brito rounding first, rounding second, and he makes it all the way to third base. As he hit that ball, kept carrying the left center. Rocho gave it a run, but when he dove, it was Fargas who had to come over from center field to play the ball in.
And I think this might be one of those instances as the ball comes out of the shade and then the sun is in the eyes. There you see no sunglasses. When that ball comes out of the shade, the reaction from the outfielder is going to be a little late. Here's a fastball up. Nice job by Burrito going the other way. And there you see Arocho. He has a beat on, and he probably would have had this. Had a late jump, maybe got in the sun, and he really took a bad angle out of the ball as well.
Yeah.
At the ball.
Ball landed a good 5 feet behind him. So it goes as a triple for Brito. And now Junior Lake, who is 5 for 6 here.
Well, if I'm Puerto Rico, I might be putting Lake on right here to try to set up the double play. The infield for Puerto Rico will be in.
1 for 2 today and 4 for 4 yesterday. 5 for 6, couple of runs scored. Cut on a miss there, and it's 1-1.
And I think Junior Lake's going to see a steady diet of breaking balls.
Will Brito be going on the contact play? 1 out here in the 7th. There's another breaking ball, Nelly, and 1-2 count. I'm Craig Benervini with Jeff Nelson, the 4-time World Series champion. Enjoying with our outstanding crew, bringing this game to you and the entire Caribbean Series on MLB Network. One-two pitch is fouled off by Junior Lake. The target outside, that's exactly where he threw it, way outside, and Lake wasn't buying it.
Well, you could actually set up a pitch. I know you want to throw breaking ball. You could have set up that pitch. You had a 1-2 count. Just try to miss up, with the fastball and get it out of the zone. A lot of times you like to go in with the fastball, sets up the outside half.
That's hammered down toward the right field line, but foul.
And that's a mistake right there. You threw a fastball. That should have been the pitch before. Throw the fastball and get it in. He misses with a slider really poorly away on that 1-2 count. And here, 2-2 count, you throw a fastball where Lake's able to handle it. You watch where this pitch is and how close this was to being a fair ball. Just gets over that bag, but it's in foul territory.
2-2 pitch. Did not bite on that curve. Now 3-2.
And because nothing's inside and a hitter sees everything away, they're comfortable. They know the spin. They start seeing the spin a little bit and say, okay, that's going to be a ball. There's no way I'm swinging at it. If you would have come in at any point in this at-bat, you would have got a swing and a miss out there.
Playing the Beta in the bullpen there for Puerto Rico. Here's the payoff pitch. That one did come back to the zone, and it's fouled off by Junior Lake.
And you see a lot of that in the big leagues as well. You don't see very many pitchers pitch inside. They don't really read swings. Yeah, a lot of it, maybe a pitcher's afraid to come in and hit the player. You see the umpires kind of take that pitch away. But a lot of it is just setting up that outside. If you want to get a hitter outside, there's a good pitch.
Called strike 3. Gesellman getting Junior Lake with a runner on third and one out looking.
Well, Lake thinking a breaking ball is going to come. And he gets a fastball, good two-seam fastball at 92. It might have been away, but that was a really good pitch, and Lake knew it. And again, if your whole game plan as a pitcher is say, okay, I'm getting guys out of the way. That's where I want to get. Come in every once in a while, and it makes that outside pitch even more effective.
So a little chat on the mound here for Puerto Rico trying to get out of this jam. And it should mention Vasquez done a great job behind the plate with his framing as well. You saw the ball come back beautifully, though, right toward that corner, and he got the call from Danny Rubio.
Well, offensively, maybe the bat's not there for Vasquez, but behind the plate and the ability to work a pitcher, absolutely is. He can help a squad.
Christian Adames, switch hitter, trying to get a 2-out hit here. Curveball is over for a strike. Thomas played for Licey in the Winter League this year in the Dominican Republic. 51 games, hit over 300. Good block there by Vasquez.
I talked earlier about how important it is for a catcher to be able to block a ball, especially with a runner on third. As a pitcher, if you don't have any confidence in that catcher, it takes your breaking ball away. If you know you have somebody behind the plate that, hey, I want to throw this in the dirt with somebody at third, a runner at third, you still have your breaking ball. Vasquez has that ability, and it doesn't take that pitch away.
The good ones make it look easy.
Yeah, because if that's one of your best pitches is your slider.
Sure.
And you want someone to be able to get down there and block it and keep that runner at third. If he can't do that, then that takes one of your best pitches away.
There's another one. You have to be, I don't know, when you're throwing the ball, are you thinking dirt or are you thinking low?
Well, you're thinking low because you don't want to leave a breaking ball up because then it's easier to hit. Yeah. Everything you want in the dirt. You want to try to get a swing and miss. And it looks like he may have just been pitching around, trying to get Adames to offer it something in the dirt, get a swing and miss. He winds up walking him.
Yeah, you do not have to, although that was the situation they went after him. Just like Major League Baseball, you can just do the automatic walk. And in that spot, that's exactly what they did with the 3-1 count. So here's a very tough hitter, Adelin Rodriguez. He's 0 for 2 in this game with an RBI.
Puerto Rico likes the right-on-right matchup better than Adames. Adames is having a good day. He had 2 doubles. and they put him on.
Trying for that same pitch that he got Lake. This time he's outside 2-0. Rodriguez hit an incredible 35 home runs in the Mexican Summer League for two teams, Leon and Tijuana, in 89 games this past summer. 2-0 pitch. He takes a cut on that one and drives it deep to right field. Talk about that power. Deep and foul.
Good catch by the fan out there.
Is that a one-handed catch?
That's a one-handed catch. He's going to give it to a kid, and he said, now you keep it.
Two and two.
Good fastball. Good two-seam fastball down. There you go. Nice catch.
They made it look easy. So 2-2 here, 2 on, and a 2-run advantage for the Dominican Republic in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a ground ball softly hit to third base. Rivera handles it, makes the play. A good job by Gazelman to get out of the inning as the Dominican Republic leaves a couple aboard here in the 7th. A lot of emotion, a lot of drama here, and a good ball game too. With the Dominican Republic, they have the smile right now in a 2.
Tough. Fastball, changeup, decent slider. Used to throw in the mid to upper 90s.
He will face 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup here for Puerto Rico. Shed Long Jr. leading off. He's 0 for 3 in the game. And Puerto Rico has had some chances, left the bases loaded. It was a 2-out rally in the last inning, but they've been on the verge of being hit away from either tying the game or getting to within 1. Trailed 5-0 early in this game.
Oh, if you're Colomé, you definitely don't want to walk the leadoff hitter.
Right back to the box. Colomé makes the catch and the throw.
A little surprise long swinging there. You're up.
Yes.
You're down 2-0 and you need base runners. You make them throw a strike. Colomé pitching in last night's ball game gave up a run. You don't need to bail out pitchers, so let them stay in trouble. Let's see if they get behind you even more and work a walk.
Jack Lopez is up. He's 1 for 3 at an RBI single. Takes a fastball dead center. I agree. You don't see that quite as much anymore with situational baseball. And Puerto Rico has done a very good job of that this season. That's kind of their mantra. Work the count, not be over aggressive.
When you're a reliever and you're coming into a tight ball game and you're on the mound and you pitched last night, or you might be a little tired over the season, and you start out the count 2-0 and you get somebody to swing and all of a sudden it's right back at you, you get that out, it just settles you down. It's like, okay, you know, I was struggling the first 2 pitches trying to find strike zone.
Grounded to third. Reaching out is Marco Hernandez, doing a good job at third base for the Dominican Republic. Gets the second out.
And you see a lot of that through the big leagues as well. You see pitchers really struggle trying to get in the strike zone, trying to get into a rhythm, and then you have a hitter trying to be too aggressive and bail you out. And you know, that's exactly what happened here. There you go. Real nice play by Hernandez, the third baseman. Nice pick over there as well by Adames. Short-armed it just a little bit. But just that 2-0 pitch, that little ground ball, now just settled him down. Total different pitcher.
Christian Vasquez is up. Longtime catcher from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Takes ball 1. Almost 1,000 major league games. But he's kept busy in the winter. This is his 9th season overall in winter ball. A ground ball up the middle, nicely played by Gonzalez, and the one bouncer on that turf, and he gets the out. So a 1-2-3 inning for column A. And the Dominican Republic will go to the bottom of the 8th, leading 5-3 in their second game, trying to stay undefeated at the Caribbean Series in Mexico. Nice play again by Gonzalez.
The Women's USA Bobsled team is the closest team on earth because they use Native's Global Flavors collection.
And one walk. Here's Abeta, though. The bullpen has done a very good job considering allowing 2 runs since. Basically gave Puerto Rico a chance to get back in the ball game, which they have. Michael De La Cruz is up. Fouls that one off.
We see Abeta short arms the ball a little bit. It comes right out of his glove straight to his ear, kind of like a catcher. Spent some time in the Yankee organization in the minors. Spent 5 years last year between New York. Well, last year in Atlanta, he got to Double-A. He got as high as Double-A with the Yankees. That was in Somerset in 2024. Santurce had a really nice year, 6-0 with a 1.35 in 18 ball games.
And 11 strikeouts in his 20 innings of work. Trying to get one here on Michael De La Cruz.
A nice tight slider at 88.
Puerto Rico has retired the leadoff hitter in the last 5 innings. That was a trouble in the early part of the game, first and second innings, and helped the Dominican Republic get 4 runs early in this game. But overall, the pen has done a very good job. Following up on yesterday where they went 8 scoreless. Gets the call, fastball struck him out.
Well, Rubio, the home plate umpire, has had a generous strike zone in today's ball game. Good fastball at 93. Might have caught that inside edge.
That's the 7th strikeout for the PR pitching staff. And our first look at Elier Hernandez came in the 7th as a defensive replacement. Franchi Cordero came out. Junior Lake moved from center to left field. We saw Elier in the ball game last night for the Dominican Republic. He started in center, went 0 for 4. Cut on a miss, 0-2. If you're Omar Lopez and pitching coach Jose Rosado, all you like to see is strikes.
Well, give your team a chance to maybe have another walk-off, but they're going to have to do it, I imagine, against Jimmy Cordero, the closer for the Dominican Republic. Got a save in last night's ball game.
9-1-2 for Puerto Rico in the lineup. Vargas will lead off then the top of the order in the 9th inning. Very slight breeze here today, up to maybe 10 miles per hour or so. Fastball comes inside. 2-2 count.
Anything in. Let's see if he throws that nice, like tight slider down and away. Now you have the hitter aware that you're not afraid to come in, even though you probably didn't mean to. It does set up that pitch down and away.
There's the curve, and it drops out of the zone. Full count.
That pitch you just needed up a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It was down a little bit too much, and that was a little bit, it was easier for the hitter to see.
There he gets it. Nice slider in the inside corner that time. That's what he wanted to do in the pitch before that.
One of the best pitches in baseball, that backup slider. You don't know how to throw it. It just backs up. That pitch was supposed to be down and away. You watch where Vasquez is setting up. He wants this away. Little backup, little front door. Locks you up.
And it's one of those, the pitchers, it's not intended.
No, because you release it, you get underneath the baseball. Instead of getting on top and trying to pull across to get that slider or that breaking ball to go away, you get under it just a little bit, and you wind up releasing it not out in front, and it's just front door, a little cement mixer that locks up the hitter.
So you like that cement mixer? Most of them you don't like.
No, the cement mixers usually are not a good thing, but that little front door one, that one worked.
Marco Hernandez is 1 for 3, count of 0-1. Now 1-1. He's the number 9 man in the order for the Dominican Republic. They have used 5 pitchers in this game. We anticipate a 6th in the 9th inning. Could be their closer, you would think, Jimmy Cordero. 1-1 pitch, good slider. Dominican Republic, the defending champion, trying to go 2-0. And then they have a nice off day tomorrow before taking on Panama on Wednesday and Mexico Verde on Thursday night. Good fastball there, struck him out. He struck out the side. Not known for the strikeouts, but he got him 1, 2, 3. So we will go to the 9th inning. Does Puerto Rico have another comeback in them? They did it yesterday with 2 in the 9th. They trail 5-3 at the Caribbean Series here in Mexico. The 9th inning. And it is Jimmy Cordero, the closer for the Dominican Republic, in to try and nail down the save. Mexico tried to do that. Mexico Verde in the game yesterday could not, as Puerto Rico scored 2 to win. They're going to need 3 to win here, though. They're down by 2. Their number 9 man is up in Jonas Vargas.
Cordero still has a good fastball, mid to upper 90s. Slider changeup. Had an easy 9th inning to lock down a 5-4 victory for the Dominican Republic.
Vargas 0 for 3, struck out last time up. Trying to get a board here for the top of the order. Laces a shot right at the second baseman, and just to the left, actually, that's a base hit. So Vargas gets the board. And that's a big single to start it off for Puerto Rico.
It looks like Isan Diaz coming in to pinch run. There's a fastball from Cordero. Belt high right out over the middle of the plate. And that was Diaz pinch hitting.
Yes. So Diaz, who's got that quick bat, gets the base hit to start it off. And that'll bring up Jeremy Orocho. Gabriel Cancel is going to pinch hit here for Orocho, with Diaz aboard. Gabriel is 29 years of age, a reinforcement, Royals 7th round pick about a decade ago. Long run in the minor leagues, played over 600 games in the minor leagues. Cancel loses the bat, fouling it off to the right side. Count of 0-2. In his 9th Winter League season and his 2nd time in the Caribbean World Series.
The bat went over the third base dugout and the camera well.
Now you see Hernandez over there third. Just look where he's playing, Nelly. That's that no doubles, tight on the line.
And outfield, look how deep the outfield was.
Now this is a 2-run ball game right now. Pitch to Cancel, cut out and miss. Good fastball. We talk about the stuff that Jimmy Cordero has. He gets him on that 0-2 fastball for the first out.
Well, 98 at the top of the zone and in. Watch where this pitch is. He just rears back and lets it go inside half and up. Cancel cannot catch up with it. 98. Big pitch.
Yohandy Morales is up. He's had a terrific game. He's one of the elite power hitters in this tournament. A rising star. Hit this home run yesterday against Mexico.
They were down 4-0, and this is in the daytime, and he knew it. This ball carries here in the day. Opposite field. He's a big kid with a lot of power.
May have the most power of anybody in the Nationals system as far as prospects go.
And you can see they want to get inside. They do not want to get his hands extended so he can drive that ball the other way. Cordero trying to tie him up with that fastball.
He led the Puerto Rican League in hitting in terms of his average, 395, but not officially because he did not have enough at bats. His OPS was near 1100. Didn't join the club till mid-December. That's outside, 1-2.
De La Cruz continues to set up on the inner half on Morales. Cordero just has to get it there. That time missed way wide and out.
One-two pitch is ripped foul down that right field line.
You can see Morales. He knows they're trying to come in there. He's opening up a little bit. If you had a slider here, you could throw that pitch down and away. Morales probably looking in again.
One-two, ground ball, softly hit. Played there by Gonzalez. Throw to first, is close, he got him. Morales is not so sure. As he was digging down the line, Diaz does go to second. We'll see if there's a challenge here. Looked like they got him. Landed funny on the base here, Nelly.
Yeah, I think that left foot or right foot might have caught the first baseman, Adames. You might as well. I mean, neither team is challenged to play. You're in the top of the ninth inning, down 2. It looked like they got him at first. It could be a quick one.
Puerto Rico will challenge.
Hey, Yamamoto, the MVP of the World Series, in there helping out the umpires on the challenge.
It's nice to see.
You do it all. Start, pitch in the ninth. Cordero stayed in on Morales and jammed him.
And he is out on the nice play. So 2 outs. And Nelson Velasquez will be up. Scheduled, representing the last opportunity here. Chance to tie up the ball game, too. He's had a great game. He's 3 for 4. Nelson was a Cubs 5th round pick. First position player Chicago drafted in 2017. .31 homers in his major league career in just under 200 games, including some big time power a couple of years ago. Rips that one, and it's grabbed on the fly at third base by Marco Hernandez, and that will end the ball game. And the Dominican Republic hangs on to win by the final of 5-3, despite a lot of threatening opportunities here for Puerto Rico. in the 7th inning and in the 9th inning, and then earlier in the game too, they left runners on third base a couple of times and 2 more in the 1st.
Well, Puerto Rico had their chances. They left 9 on. They did a great job of trying to come back.